everyone, welcome to this Pilates practice. So today we're going to be using a wall, so hopefully you've got a space on a wall. I know sometimes that's quite difficult. Maybe you could probably do it up against a door if you've got a door that's closed or something like that. But if not, I really don't know what else you can do. You could probably try and do some of the moves on the mat and then just catch up with us if you haven't got wall space. We're also going to be using some hand weights. Again, not necessity, you don't have to use those. You could use a water bottle with water in it, so you've got a little bit of weight there, or you could just do the moves without it, and a block. So if you've got a block handy, that would be good. Again, you don't have to use a block, you could use a book, but the props are just extra things. As I say, the door or the wall is probably going to be a necessity for the first part of the practice. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. If you've heard this blurb before, then do feel free to just push forward and start with the practice. Otherwise, let me tell you a little bit about me. So my name's Debbie. I've been doing Pilates now for around about 18 plus years. I got premature menopause at the age of 29. I then got osteopenia, went into full-blown osteoporosis, and then I prolapsed a disc, and that was just awful. I was on plenty of medication, which I didn't want to be on. I didn't want to be taking medication for the rest of my life. I was quite young, so I started to look at alternatives, and Pilates came up. As I say, I've been doing it now for about 18, 20 years. I've felt huge benefits from it, and I hope that any of you that are joining for either issues that you've got, or just the plain general health practice, just to enjoy doing it, that you will feel benefits from it in the end. Pilates always works through breathing in through the nose, holding the core as we do so, breathing out through the mouth. You don't let the core relax, you pull that core in more. So the whole time in Pilates, you're holding the core as tight as you can. In turn, that will support your spine. Also, because we're using sort of weight muscle and stuff like that with our arms, we start to build up our body mass and our muscle area, which sort of promotes the bone structure to become stronger. So as we get older, our cells deplete and they don't grow as fast. So to promote them, if you promote your muscles to become stronger, it will ask your bones to continue to join in and also support as well. So in that way, we're making the cells grow faster, and we're protecting our bones, which is obviously something that I need to do with osteoporosis. So anyway, let's find our space against a wall, against a door, something like that. And I'm just going to pop some music on and I will join you. So get your bums as close as you can to the wall. So I've got this little space here. Although I've got a mirror, I can thankfully get my legs so that they don't touch the mirror. So we are bringing our buttocks as close to the wall as we can. So shimmy yourself forward and get your bum close to the wall there. Taking our legs up into the air. This is how we're going to start this morning. Probably want a little tiny bend. You don't want them dead straight because we're going to do a bit of relaxing here. So let's just have a little bit of a bend in the back of the knee. And we're taking our arms out, just away from the body with our palms facing up. And we're going to just start to relax here. Relax the stomach now. We don't need to be holding our core at this point. This is our area of falling into our practice and preparing ourselves for the work that we're going to be doing ahead to our bodies. So like laying here, closing our eyes down if we can, and start to just breathe gently in through the nose and out through the mouth, or in through the nose and out through the nose, however you feel comfortable at this moment. The breath coming into the core. Slow the breathing down. Really relax. Once your breath is nicely slowed and you're feeling relaxed, let's gently move our head from side to side and release out our neck. Just a slow, gentle move. next time you come to the right, just allow it to stay that way so that you're facing the right hand side. Eyes still closed down if you can, and breathe there. Let the shoulders relax, let the arms be heavy. Releasing out the left side of the neck. And start to move the head again, gently moving it from side to side. And the next time you come to the left, hold it there and relax down. Let's open out the right hand side of the neck. Breathe in gently. Then bring the head back to centre. Gently lifting the chin. Now we're going to lift the chin towards the chest. Head and the shoulder, the shoulders and the neck are going to stay down to the floor, and we're going to do it with a breath control. So you're going to pull in your core as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, keep the core tight and just lift your chin towards your chest. Holding it there for a few moments. Taking a breath in, keeping the core tight. Breathing out, core tight. Releasing the head down to the floor, and then release the stomach and relax. Gentle breath again, in and out, through the nose, through the mouth, however you feel happy while we're just resting. And the breath into the stomach. Try and control the breath a little bit more now. So we're going to allow the out breath to be longer than the in breath. So I want you to take an in breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now an out breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The out breath and breathe in again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out breath 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Hold that out breath there and do that again. In breath 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out breath 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and hold it there and relax. I want you to do that breath on your own, do that counting on your own, and then as you're doing it, hopefully you will find that you will start to rest even more. So just do those breaths, a couple of those on your own. And rest. Now we're going to try and drop the legs so that the legs drop wide. Okay, this way we're going to start to open out inner hips. Opening the hips out, stretching the inner thigh. Drop them just as far as you can for what is comfortable for you. If that's too much, stay with your legs straight upwards. It's not a competition, it's just going to what's good for you and how you're feeling today. Again, if you want a little bend into the knee just to release off so that you're not putting any pressure around the knee area, that's good. Just resting it there, feel the opening, breathe in gently. This is good. This workout and this sort of practice is good for runners and things like that, where they need to stretch, but it's difficult to do when they're sitting, standing. If you're against a wall and you've got, you can just relax down, the stretch will come, you'll gently find that the legs will drop more open, and the opening for runners, particularly around the back of the thighs, is really good here. And bringing the legs back up, and let's see if we can cross our legs now against the wall. So just taking the right leg down below and the left leg at the top, and just gently pushing away, really gently, we're not pushing anything forward, so just gently pushing away with the knees again, trying to get a bit more opening around the hip area. Breathing gently and relaxing the arms. I know we're pushing away, but we still want our arms fairly relaxed. We don't want to be too much tension there. Well, let's swap over. So let's take our left leg below and the right leg above. And again, a gentle push away on the knees, relaxing the arms down. You might want to push away, like rest the arms onto the floor and push away into the thighs so that you're resting there. Whatever's good for you. Start to use our breath control now. So we're going to take our legs and our feet upwards so that our feet are flat against the wall. And again, if you need to move your buttocks so they're again closer to the wall, then do so. If you need to be further away, then that's absolutely fine. You go what's good for you. Okay, so from here, you're going to push into your feet. You're going to breathe in and pull in that core. And as you breathe out, keep the core tight and just push yourself gently upwards. Keeping that core tight. Breathing in, core tight. Breathing out as you lower yourself back down. All the time that core remaining tight and pulled inwards. Breathing in, breathing out. In through the nose and out through the mouth now if you can. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep that core tight, guys. Don't let it go. The next time, breathing in, staying up the top. See if we can take our right leg up into the air. Breathing out as we lower back down. Breathing in, breathing out as we push up. Keeping the core tight, breathing in, breathing out as we lower down. Breathing in, breathing out. Relax the hands. So we take a breath in at the bottom, core tight, we breathe out as we lift up, core tight. We take a breath in at the top, we breathe out as we lower back down, core tight. Bring the right leg to the wall. Breathing in, breathing out as we push up, both feet on the wall now. Breathing in as we lift our left leg into the air. Breathing out as we lower down. Breathing in at the bottom, core tight. Breathing out as we lift up. Keeping the core tight, breathing in. Breathing out as we lower back down. Try not to be pushing up into the arms, try and use it from the core. So if you want to take your hands away to check that's what you're doing, breathing in, breathing out. then you do so, don't take them away. And if you start to sway from side to side, put your hands back down, because that is an indication you need the hands for support. Breathing in, breathing out as you rise up. Holding it there, breathing in, breathing out. Let's do that one more time. Breath in, breath out. Holding it at the top, breath in, breath out. We come back down, we bring that foot back down. Gonna breathe in here, pull that core in tight. And as we breathe out, hug the legs towards you, keeping the core tight. Squeezing in, opening out the bottom and the mid of the spine here. And one more time, we're going to take our legs wide against the wall and dropping down, opening out here. If you want to lift your head up here, and you can, get a little bit of a opening around the top of the spine, so breathing in with the core tight, breathing out as you lift up, chin to chest, bringing up the shoulders if you want. You could take behind the thighs, a little bit more of a lift, bringing yourself back down. Oh, sorry, that was your calves, not your spark thighs. Breathing in, breathing out. This is a nice sit-up area here that we're doing. We're working in there, working those lower muscles, breathing in, breathing out. Keeping that core tight, shoulders off the floor if we can. Relaxing back down, breathing in, breathing out. And relaxing back down to the floor. Bring the legs together, feet to the wall, and then just turn yourself and you bring yourself round onto all fours. Okay, I'm just going to get an elastic here now, it's my hair. Please excuse my dogs, they're going to be barking today. Noisy, noisy boys. Okay, so this time we're going to bring our toes, so they're sort of like just pushing, so we've got, as if they're, you know, got our toes down, so we're going to be working the toe area. They're going to be pushed against, so you've got our feet pushed against the wall, but the toes are bent into the floor, so you're going to take the pressure into the toe and work in the toe area. So we're going to breathe in and pull in our core. We're going to breathe out, we're going to push up. And as you can see, I'm pushing down, I'm getting the opening here in my toes. And I'm pushing myself back against the wall. You may be able to get your buttocks to touch the wall. You might be further away. Keeping the core tight, bringing yourself back down to the floor. And sit back. Come back to all fours. Breathing in. Core tight, breathing out. Core still tight, pushing yourself back. Maybe pushing your buttocks against the wall. It's a good stretch for the back of the thighs. The calves will be stretched there as well. And release down. This will also stretch the calves because you've got your toes pushing down into the floor and you're stretching the back of the calf here. So again, good for runners. Hands back down, breathing in, breathing out, core tight, pushing up. Coming back down, and let's lift our chin. Slight back bend there, opening the shoulders. You take the shoulders back and down, open up. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. time to come up onto our feet and do against the wall. So taking our feet about hip width apart. Now we've got them away from the wall. So generally I would say maybe put one foot against the wall, other foot in front of it, and that's sort of the distance that you want to be away from the wall. So 1 foot apart. Okay, so taking our feet hip width apart to that distance. We're going to bring ourselves down and we're going to use a chair position here. If you find that's a bit much and you want to take your feet further forward, then do so. Okay, again, as I say, it's always your practice and you go where you want to be. So we're going to sit down now and we're going to hold it there. We're going to push, not with our hands or anything like that, pushing with our legs, and we're pushing our back into the wall. Release the hands down, you can give them a bit of a shake. Take them up into cactus if you want. And hold it there. 5, 4, 3, core tight, 2, and 1. Put your hands against the wall and push yourself up to standing. Give the legs a little shake. Should be feeling the legs working now. They should be opening out a bit more. So let's take ourselves back against that wall. Sitting down. Get ourselves into a nice seated position. Hands released. Core tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands against the wall. Pushing yourself up, standing tall. Let's do that 2 more times. Coming down. See if you can come a bit lower maybe this time. Against the wall, hands released. Core tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push yourself up. You've got that 1 more time. Hope your legs are feeling that now. Let's bring ourselves back down for the last time. Back against the wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands against the wall. Let's push ourselves up. Give those legs a little shake. Amazing, guys. Well done. Okay, shake them out. Let's come to the top of our mat. We're going to do some Pilates classic roll-ups and roll-downs. So standing, let's start with our little toes, bringing them across one by one, placing them down. They're nice and firmly on the floor. Core pulled nice and tight. Standing tall. 1 piece of string all the way up. Nice and tall. Shoulders back and down. Standing there, taking a breath in. Core tight. And as we breathe out, we're going to start to roll down. We're going to do it 1 vertebrae at a time. We're going to start with our head. So it'll be our chin to our chest. We're going to start to bend over. The shoulders will come in. The upper back, the mid back, the lower spine, and finally you'll go down to your area of comfort, okay? So shoulders back and down, standing tall. Breath in, breath out, chin to chest. Take your hands to the front of your legs as the shoulders roll round. Keeping the core tight, every breath in and every breath out. Our core is tight. So we're coming all the way down, got our mid back and our lower back. Come to your point of tension. When you get there, just allow your body to just relax over wherever it may be. Just hang there. Breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Core tight, breathing in. Core tight, breath out as you start to come back up. Hands down the front of the calves, over the knees. So your lower spine will start to lift, your mid spine, your upper spine, and keeping that core tight. The shoulders will drop back and down, the neck will come up, and finally the head until you're standing tall again. The whole time the core is tight. I know it's quite a lot to sort of take in and think about, but if you can keep that core tight, You are going to support your spine, and this is the aim of the game. Support everything, keeping that core there. So shoulders back and down, breath in, breath out, chin to chest. Don't worry about any pops and cracks that you might hear. That's just air in the sockets that are just releasing themselves. Coming down to your area of tension, keeping the core tight. Hanging there with breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Next in breath. Out breath. Start to bring yourself back up. One vertebrae. Slower you can do it, the better it is. Squeeze those glutes, protect everything as you're coming up. Squeeze the glutes tight. Core tight. Let's do that again. Breath in, breath out, chin to chest. Shoulders coming down. All the way to your point of tension, keeping the core tight. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, I just want you to come what we call halfway. So we've got flat back position. So here we've got a nice flat back, so we're not bending right down, but we're bending forward and we're stretching out here. So you can put your hands to the thighs, you can put them to the calves. Don't push on the knees though. And then just push forward wherever you are. If you've got your fingers on your calves, push forward and just look up with your head. Bring the head back in line. Again, lift up. Head back in line. Keeping that core tight. Every in-breath it's tight, every out-breath it's tight. In through the nose, tight core. Out through the mouth as you lift your chin. And then drop yourself back down. Going to bring ourselves all the way to stand again, so breath in. Breath out as you start to come up. Start squeezing everything tight. Squeeze the glutes. Bringing yourself all the way up to standing. Shoulders back and down. Chin to chest. Okay, right. We'll do a little bit of arm work now. So this is where we're going to be using our weights or whatever you've got. You don't have, again, as I said, they're an option. You don't need to have them. You can use it if you're, while we're doing our workout with our arms, if you haven't got weights, you clench your fists really tight. We'll be standing with our feet slightly wider than hip width. We'll have a little bend in the knee. We'll squeeze everything. We'll keep it tight. We'll keep the core tight. And we hold our hands. We hold our fists tight. So it's no good just doing this. We want to be working the muscle. We want to be working and building up those cells, protecting our bones. So clench your fists really tight and feel them. Don't let them go. Feel them. Okay, can you feel that? Feel the difference from the floppy arms to a nice clenched fist. If you've got weights, grab your weights now. We don't want anything too heavy. But I guess if you do weightlifting, you might want to take a heavier weight. Not for me. So again, feet slightly wider than hip width, relaxed in the knees, core nice and tight. Let's take in our arms. Let's start to do some lift ups at the front. So we've got our palms downwards if we're holding our weights, or we've got our clenched fist. So we're going to start to lift our arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's take them out to the side. So 8, 7. Breathing in as you lift, breathing out as you lower. 4, 3. Keep that core tight. 2, and 1, and release. Let do one up. And the other one. Core tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that to the side. 1, 4, 3, 2, core tight, 1, breathing in as you lift the arm, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back to the front, both arms again. 8, keep that core tight. 7, squeeze the glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this time we're going to lift them here and then up. Okay, so breathing in, core tight. 8, 7. Don't hold your breath. Breathe as you need. 1 more. And then we're going to do that out to the side, up and over. Okay? We're going to do, we're going to do it with both arms. But as you come up, so we come up to here with our palms facing downwards, and then we turn the palms face each other. So we're going to do 8 of those. So as you breathe in, you're lifting the arms up, and as you're breathing out, you're bringing them back down, and all the time the core is tight, and we're breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Let's go. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Core tight. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last 2. Last 1. Breath in. Breath out. Amazing. Roll those shoulders back. Let's take these down. And we're going to do a little bit of stretching for the back. So I'm going to go sideways so that you can see. I'm going to take my feet mat width apart. I'm going to breathe in, and I'm bringing myself down to that flat back position that we did just earlier. And I'm going to drop my hands down to the floor, okay? We don't want our feet too wide at this point, just bringing ourselves down. Hold behind the back of the legs if you want. Don't forget to keep that core tight. Just ease yourself down. Bit of opening down the whole back of the leg here. And you'll start to feel some opening around the spine as well. Breath in. Release upwards, core tight, and as you breathe out, you might be able to pull yourself a little bit tighter, a little bit closer. Stretching and opening here. And then bending the knees, taking the hands to the hip. Let's roll ourselves all the way back up. Okay, let's take ourselves to the top of our mats. We're going to bring ourselves down to the floor now. We're going to do a little bit of floor exercise. So let's give ourselves a little bit of a shake out first. Release all those muscles that we've been working. Release them out, guys. Shake them, really shake them. Shake those arms, shake the body. Let everything just relax now. Okay, to the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Shoulders back and down, standing tall. Breath in, pulling in that core. Breath out, chin to chest. Shoulders will come down. Hands to the front of the legs as you roll yourself down. Core tight, squeeze the glutes, protect the spine, all the way to the floor. And then walking your hands down and coming down onto all fours. I'm actually going to turn this way. We're just going to do a little bit of opening to the side here, so maybe you want to give your hips a little bit of a wiggle. Okay, and then you're taking our right arm up on an in-breath, and on the out-breath we're going to do what they call thread the needle. We're going to bring it through, and we're just going to rest our ear to the mat if we can, holding it there, and breathing in, pulling in the core, come back up. Breathing out, all the way down, hold it there. Breathing in, breathing out. And this time you can either take your hand round to take the inner thigh and grab hold of that and open yourself up there. You could take your hand to the corner of your mat and push yourself so you've got a little bit more opening. Or you can stay where you are with the hand flat there. Whatever's good for you to feel a little more open, feel a little bit more awakening around the body. Then bringing that hand back down close to the ear, arm up, and bring the arm down. Let's take that on to the left. So bringing the arm up, opening up, coming down, bringing the ear to the mat. Keep that core tight, don't relax it. Breathing in, breathing out. I mean, you're going to obviously take in and out breaths here. You're not going to hold that breath, but as you're doing it, make sure you keep your core tight. Never hold the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. And then this time, you can take the hand to the corner of your mat to push yourself and open up. Take your hand all the way around to that inner thigh and open up there to give yourself the opening. Whatever's good for you, and if it's all too much, leave your hand where it was. Keeping the core tight. Bring that hand back down. Lift the left arm up and bring it down. Taking our feet now mat width apart, our knees mat width apart, our feet, toes locked in together. Let's sit ourselves back down onto our heels. We're going to take child's pose. If that's too much for you with your legs, you can take it so that your knees are together. So taking our breath in here, holding the core. And as you breathe out, you roll yourself down, over. And when you get to here, pull away with your arms. Rest the head down if you can. Pull away with the arms. Feel the opening around the top and the back of the shoulders. And then release down. You can let the core go now and you can just rest here. This is child's pose. We can do child's pose at any point throughout the practice. If you're feeling like you need to have a little rest, this is a good one. So take your hands here. You can take them down by your sides. Or my favourite, just under my back here. Just relaxing down. I'm not putting any pressure, it's just my natural weight pushing down onto my lower spine here. And we're resting, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And bringing your hands down, pushing yourself up. And bringing yourselves round onto your backs. So you can come straight back down and from here and roll yourself over. If you have low blood pressure, it's probably better to come down from your left. If you want to come down from me, from a seated position, then we can. So we've got our feet firmly on the mat and they're hip width apart. And we're sitting up nice and tall. Now when we come down, we don't just drop back here. We come back with what we call our C curve. If you C curve down, you'll be able to hold yourself a lot more than if you just drop yourself back. The whole time we want to try and keep our feet nicely flat onto the floor. We take our arms out in front and we're keeping our core tight. So we take a breath in, and as we breathe out, we start to curve down and we hold it, core tight. Breath in, breath out, hold it. Breath in, breath out, hold it. Breath in, breath out, hold it here, hold it with that core. Breath in, breath out, all the way to the floor, taking the arms overhead. Now, you might be able to stretch your feet away and do a full body stretch here. If that's too much, take your feet so that they're mat width apart and lock your knees in together. You can still do a stretch from there, which will work all of the body. If you're doing it from here, you breathe in, you pull in the core, and you push your spine into the mat. You squeeze the thighs together, you squeeze everything tight, and you push the arms away. And you stretch there. Okay, a lot of people, they'll do a full body stretch, they'll stretch away and they lift their spine. We want the spine to be nice and flat. So even if you're doing it long, you squeeze and you pull the core in, you push your spine into the mat, push away with the toes and push away with the arms, your back being pushed into the mat beneath, and you stretch there. And then release down. Amazing, well done guys. Taking our hands around, what we're going to do is we're going to work through our body. We're going to start to squeeze the body and release it. So we're going to squeeze the tension, we're going to release it. So this is great actually, I love this bit. And then we're going to do into some relaxation and some rest. So let's just get ourselves ready for that. I'm just going to take my elastic back out of my hair, Sky. Put that down there. Okay, amazing. So we're going to start by squeezing our toes. Really squeeze those toes down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You're going to probably feel a little bit of tension into the legs as well there, but we're just aiming for the toes at the moment. Squeeze them tight and then release them. Then we're going to squeeze our calves. So tense the calves, really tense those calves, tense them down. Probably going to feel it in the thigh as well, but we're aiming for the calves at the moment. And release. Now tense the calf, the thighs. So tense those thighs up this time. Really tense it. You're going to feel it in the glutes. You're going to feel it in the thighs. Squeeze and relax. But this time we are going to squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the glutes tight. Really squeeze those glutes. Really squeeze it. Squeeze the pelvis. Squeeze everything around the lower core. Squeeze it tight and release it. Amazing. Okay, let's squeeze the core. Squeeze that core in. Pull the core in tight. Squeeze it in. Squeeze and release. Fabulous. I'm going to go for the chest and the shoulders. So tense the chest, tense the shoulders. Really tense them up. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze the hands. Squeeze the hands. Really squeeze those hands and relax. Squeeze the upper arms, squeeze the upper arms, squeeze and relax. And then let's squeeze our face. We're going to squeeze, we're going to curl up our face, we're going to tense the neck, we're going to squeeze everything there. And then we're going to relax. Now we're going to squeeze our whole body, every single bit of our body. We're going to tense it up, we're going to squeeze it as tight as we can. We're going to hold it for 5 and then we're going to release it. So ready guys, let's squeeze. Start squeezing everything. Squeeze everything. Squeeze your whole body tight. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let everything just go. Take a big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Closing the eyes down. Preparing yourself now for full relaxation. So you can either take your body long or again, if you have lower spine issues, take your feet mat width apart and lock your knees in together.
We're going to take our hands out. We're going to have our palms facing upwards. We're going to be bringing in lots of energy as we relax now. So taking our feet, if you've got your feet long, taking the mat width apart. And let's start to relax now. So let's rock our head gently from side to side as we did right at the beginning of our practice. Next time you come to the right, hold it there. Really relax into that. Oh, excuse me. I've got hay fever, so holding it to the right. Can let the core go. Relaxing now, we're winding down. On your next in-breath, bring your head to the centre. And on the out-breath, allow it to drop to the left and relax. Bringing your head to centre, let's take that last in-breath. So breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out, core tighter, chin to chest. Shoulders on the floor, core tight. Breathing in, breathing out as we release the head back down to the ground and relax everything. Allow the core to rest. Feel the weight of your head in that ground beneath you, the mat beneath you. Feel how heavy it feels. So let the toes drop outwards, let them relax. Your feet, your soles and the tops of your feet, heavy, relaxed and rested. Relax your ankles, your calves and your knees. Relax the front of your thighs, the backs of your thighs. Your whole legs, heavy and soft. Relax your glutes, your pelvis and your lower core. Your lower spine and your mid-spine. Your stomach, the upper spine and your chest, your torso heavy, rested in the ground beneath, your fingers, the backs of your hands, your palms, your wrists and your lower arms. Your elbows, your upper arms and your shoulders. Both arms heavy, rested in the ground beneath. Your neck, heavy, and your head. Let's relax the face muscles, so your mouth, the jaw, your cheekbones, your eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead, and the top of your head. Every single part of your body is laying still, heavy and rested. Just your gentle movement of your breath in your core as it rises and falls. Imagine laying on a beach. The waves coming in, the sound of them as they roll gently in towards you and away. As the wave comes in, it brings a gentle warm breeze. That breeze falls over your body from the tips of your toes, over your legs, your torso and your arms, away over your head. As the tide goes out, that breeze comes back, warming from the top of your head, over your torso and your arms, your legs and away from your toes. And take your concentration to your core now. We're going to realign our chakras. Start to visualize a clockwise motion in the center of your core. And that circle, that clockwise circle, getting bigger. Moving around your torso, spreading to the tops of your legs and your upper arms, to the lower part of your legs and the lower part of your arms. And that circle becomes bigger, clockwise around your toes, around your shoulders, over the toes and round over the head. Your whole body working in a clockwise motion. And then just rest. We start to bring some movement back to our bodies now, guys. So start maybe wriggling your fingers and your toes. Whatever you need to do to start waking yourself up and bringing yourself back to the here and now, to the room that you're in. Bring your feet onto the mat when you're ready, so the feet are nicely flat onto the mat, gently rocking yourselves from side to side. And then when you're ready, taking yourself over onto your side and making a pillow for your head with your arm. Come over onto your left hand side if you have low blood pressure. And lay there for a moment. We're going to take a few deep breaths into our lungs. We're going to fill ourselves with good fresh clean air. We're going to filter it in through the nose, so take that breath in. On the out breath, let it go through the mouth. So fresh breath in, filter it through the nose. Fill those lungs and then out through the mouth. Let that stale air wash away. And then you're going to push yourself up, keeping the eyes closed if you can here. Bring yourself round onto all fours. We're going to be bringing ourselves up to standing, so we're going to do it slow because we don't want any head rushes. So we've got our knees on, we're going to have toes curled under at the back. Looking downwards, gently flicker your eyes open. Hold it there for a moment so you're used to the light and to the fingers, tips next to your knees, and push yourself up so that you're onto your toes. Walk your fingers back and push yourself up so that your feet are nicely flat on the floor, and let yourself hang there. Hang like a rag doll. Feeling that, make any movements you need to make. adjust yourself so that you're comfortable. And then a very, very big bend into the knees, taking your hands onto your hips. Hold the core this time and bring yourself up. Squeeze the glutes and bring yourself up until you're standing. Last thing that we want to bring up is our head. Bring ourselves to standing. Taking a big breath in and breath out. Release those hands, wiggle those fingers, shake the arms. Big breath in, palms together. Bring our feet together. Bring our palms down to our chest. Give yourselves a bow and give yourselves a clap. Well done, guys. Hope you enjoyed that.